Hi, this is Eric Hall with the Fuze magazine today, and we had the pleasure of sitting down to chat with Rome from one of the most electric bands in modern history, Sublime with Rome. Thank you for chatting with us tonight.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. So I hear you're watching Batman, huh?
Yeah, I'm watching one with Keith Ledger. One where he's the Joker. I believe it's the Dark Knight.
No kidding. I remember the old days of the old Batman used to be on TV where they had the boom and the pow and the bang and all that. You remember that?
Oh yeah, man. I've been watching Batman since I was a kid, including those ones with Ramirez as Joker.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a long time ago. All right, well, we're gonna run into some questions with you if you don't mind taking a couple seconds with us.
No worries.
Okay. Now, you guys got the big show coming up Sunday. It's going to be at the F Shed in Syracuse. Can you tell our viewers a little bit what they can look forward to hearing and seeing from you guys?
We kind of mix it up every night. You know, we have a lot more songs to pull from now, especially since the release of Sirens. So we kind of, just kind of mix it up between some stuff off yours truly, some stuff off Sirens, and of course all the hits from what the guys wrote before.
That's awesome. I was just taking some time to actually the past few days to listen to the music off of Sirens, and let me tell you, it's a great album right there. So, hats off to you guys.
Man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Thank you very
Now,
much.
not a problem. Now, I was listening to the new track, Wherever You Go. It seems like the band has taken a different approach, a creative direction than you guys have in the past, more towards like edgier rock sound. Is this something that the band feels they have to do to stay current, or is this something that comes from deep within you guys?
I think it just kind of stems from what we like to kind of listen to now at this point. It's a reflection of the music that I guess we really like, and yeah, like it just kind of subconsciously, kind of falls into the music that we create. Kind of weird, but it comes full circle. I think that's kind of how it goes with most artists. I believe they kind of write in the scene that they're in, like the mindset, so to speak.
Oh, absolutely. Your musical taste, say even your creative direction, say 15, 20 years ago, could be different than what you listen to or think about creating these days. So, I definitely like the new edge to it. So,
thanks, man. Thank you.
Now, the next question is going to tie into the last question a little bit. Do you believe that ska and dubstep is the genre of the past, with all the emerging electric and house music out there being played at various festivals and shows or raves, such as Mysteryland or those foam and paint parties or other events?
Well, I just feel like first and foremost, there will always be a subculture of people that listen to that music forever. That's just how it goes. But as far as like relevancy, like I would think that it's more of an evolution. People want to hear what you can take it from, as opposed to like wah from 5 years ago, 6 years ago, to like say something like Jackie from Skrillex and Diplo, really elevating the sound. So I do think that kind of science applies to every genre. I feel like you kind of have to take it and amplify it a little bit and just kind of make it evolve to really make it even.
Right. So, basically you believe that, dub and ska and all that, they really are always going to have their own niche in the future regardless of what's going on, right?
Always.
That's awesome. Now, moving on to the next question, I was listening to the songs Wherever and some of your other songs. Now, if you had a chance to go back even just for a weekend, where would you go and who would it be with?
Like any weekend in the world?
Yeah, if you had a chance to go back even just for a weekend, like the lines from the song, who would it be with and where would you go?
Oh, got you. Man, in all honesty, like, when I wrote the song, I was actually just thinking about going home. like, honestly, it's like just being out on the road anymore. I wrote the song on a plane, so just being out and really just wanting to go home and be with that special somebody.
I gotcha. So that's, probably the most important thing, because a lot of times the bands are out touring and they're out for weeks and weeks on end, and they don't get
man.
home.
It's like some people want to get away to Fiji or Hawaii and shit. I do most days, but that particular day, I just wanted to go back home.
Yeah, it's, even after a long work day, even after 8 hours, I'm dying to get home. So I couldn't imagine being on the road as long as you guys are, or some of the other bands out there. So, definitely kudos to you guys.
Oh, thanks. It's fun.
All right. Now, if moving on to the next question, can you tell us a couple fun stories from your travels on the road? And also, is this going to be your first time up in upstate New York?
Well, today, as far as upstate New York, no, I've been up to upstate New York a good handful of times. It's a real beautiful place. It's real nice. People are really lovely. Upstate New York is good, wholesome people. There's a lot of good breweries up there.
Oh, absolutely. We have a ton of breweries up here. We've got Empire Brewing out in Syracuse. We've actually got a Sirens Brewing Company right here in Utica.
Yeah, Sirens, right? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so if you get a chance,
Sirens.
Cool. Yeah, if you get a chance, definitely sample
from
the beer.
Oh man, that's the fun part of doing what we did.
Oh, absolutely. I might actually try a couple because I'll probably see you at the show Sunday anyway. So.
Oh hell yeah, that'll be rad.
Now, did you have any couple fun stories from your tours on the road and everything else?
Yeah. One time I played Red Rocks with the Dirty Heads, and while they were out, like, sound checking, they were on stage, I got, like, hand soap, and it looked like ejaculate, and I, put it all over the couch. I, dripped it all over the couch. It looked like someone just came and, ejaculated all over the couch in the dressing room. And then I was expecting them to walk in and freak out, but actually their girlfriends came. They, came from the hotel, and they walked in and freaked out. One of them, yeah.
That's great.
One
Kind of brings me back to a Family Guy.
About yeah.
Yeah, that definitely reminds me of a Family Guy. They're kind of a giggity kind of type of thing.
Definitely.
That's great.
That's some Quagmire shit.
All right. Well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. We just got a couple more questions, and then we're going to move along. And now, do you guys have any juicy Sublime with Rome news coming up? Do you guys have any more albums coming up or anything special you'd like to share with our viewers today?
We're probably going to go into studio around spring and maybe start, tweaking away at some new songs. And I don't know. Who knows? Maybe drop an EP sometime. But we're definitely going to get back in the studio and start writing some new music a lot more frequently. And it's a good way for us to really just exercise what we want to do and how we want to take the band. Keep us a better definition that I guess being on the road so much sometimes you tend to lose focus of because you're just kind of falling into for lack of a better word, somewhat of a monotonous schedule. So when you're at home and just using the creative, side of your brain to make music, things just come a lot more organically as far as direction goes.
I can imagine. We cover a lot of large events, like the Rock-a-thons up here, and there's other large festivals and concerts we cover, and we just watch the bands all day, and they're just constantly being tugged all over the place, from morning to the evening. And then you guys just go right back at it again the next day, if not the day after, with little time off. So, I can definitely see that, where you're coming from there. Yeah, now, we got one last question. We actually like to tie in one fun question, if not maybe two sometimes. We're going to just do one tonight. Our last question
Cool.
this evening is something we like to do to mix things up. Now, I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite holiday? Is it Halloween, Christmas, or National No Bra Day, and why?
Sure. Is there an actual National No Bra Day?
I think there is on Facebook. I think it was
Shit.
like about a month
Well,
or
I
two
need to
ago.
go outside on that day. I need to leave the fucking studio on that day because I'd like to be out and about on my bike on that day. So I mean, if that's an actual holiday, I mean that's a dead obvious one. That's probably my favorite. But if that's not an actual holiday, then I would say my favorite time is probably Christmas.
That's awesome.
I get to get everyone gifts, and that's fun for me.
When you get older, you kind of, once you get out over that teen phase where you're all selfish and everything, you start to
It's weird
care
how
about
it
giving
works.
gifts.
It's kind of weird how that works. It's so
It is,
weird. I never thought it would be that way, but I guess now that you get to that age, like you're saying, it's like that's like the fun part,
Oh, absolutely.
Getting creative.
See the smile on everybody else's faces, and I can imagine it's the same
Totally,
thing. You guys
man.
give a gift every time you guys perform. You see all the fans, and
Wow, dude, it's the exact same feeling, just a different phase.
That's awesome. Personally, myself, I love Halloween. I love dressing up. I love the whole theatrics and, just kind of letting loose for an evening or even two, depending if it's on a weekend. And I get a lot of joy out of that.
Sure.
Alrighty. Well, you've been completely phenomenal with us tonight. I do appreciate your time. This is going to wrap up our questions for you tonight. Do you have any last thoughts for the fans coming out this Sunday?
I don't know. We'll see you guys there. Thanks for coming and supporting the music. We've got some new stuff up our sleeves ready to drop, so see you guys out there.
Alrighty. Well, I just want to say kudos to you guys and for plugging along after, so many years. And it's great to see you guys still out there and kind of coming up with some new creative stuff. And we'll definitely see you this Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.